Hello students, we are learning measurement and today we will learn how to measure the length of an object. Okay, we'll continue with the lesson. Now the length of an object is measured by using a scale, right, or a ruler marked in centimeters and millimeters. All of you might be having a scale, right? You can look onto your scale and you see that the marking is in centimeters and millimeters, and of course in inches also. Now in order to measure the length of an object, what do we have to do? We have to place the scale or the ruler along the object, okay, side by side, in such a way that the zero mark of the scale coincides with the left end of the object. Okay, the zero mark on your scale should coincide with the left end, okay, or the starting end of the object. And the length of the object will then be obtained by reading the scale division coinciding with the right side end of the object. Okay, now how long the object will coincide with the scale, you read the right hand side on your scale where the length of the object ends, and see the marking on the scale. That will be the length of an object. So this is how we measure the length of an object. Now when you're measuring the length of an object, there are some precautions to be taken, or else the measurement will be wrong. Okay, so let's see some precautions that has to be taken while using a scale. The first precaution: the scale should be placed parallel to the side of the object that is to be measured. Remember that you have to keep the scale parallel to the side of the object, okay, which you are planning to measure. It should also be in touch with the object being measured. Do not keep the scale away from the object to measure. Now on the screen you can see the correct placement of scale, and this is the wrong placement of scale. Let's see the second precaution. When you are reading the scale, that is the measurement on the scale, the eye must be kept vertically above the scale mark. Okay, you should not keep your eye in a different angle. It should be vertical, 90 degrees above the scale, so that you can read exact measurement. Okay, you can look at the exact mark. On your screen you can see the correct position of the eye for reading, all right, and the wrong position of the eye for reading the scale. Let's see the third precaution that has to be taken for a correct reading. The zero mark of a scale is on its extreme left end, right? You can see on your scale. Sometimes, because of repeated use of scale, what happens? The zero mark scale gets erased or worn out, and so we cannot see that zero mark easily. And in some cases, the left end of the scale might be damaged or broken because of many reasons. In this case, how can we measure? Right? In this case, we should measure the length of an object starting from 1 centimeter. Okay, if your scale is broken, that means a zero mark is not readable. Okay, then you can measure the length of an object starting from 1 centimeter mark of the scale. And after you have measured the length of the object, what you have to do is you have to subtract the total measurement by 1. Okay, subtract 1 centimeter from the total reading that you have obtained by reading the right hand side of the scale. As you have coincide the object with the scale, whatever measurement you have got, subtract 1 centimeter from that. On your screen you can see the correct placement of scale having a damaged 0 mark, and these are the 3 precautions that has to be taken for a correct measurement on a scale. Now let us see how to measure the length of a curved line. Right? We have learned before that there are 2 types of measuring devices, right? One is the ruler, which is hard, and the other one is the measuring tape. So now let us see how to measure the length of a curved line or a wavy line. We cannot measure the length of a curved line by using a scale directly, because the scale cannot be curved or cannot be put as a wavy object. The length of a curved line can be measured by using a thread and a scale. Okay, it's not that you cannot measure a curved line or a wavy line. You can still measure a wavy line by using a thread and a scale. Now how can we do that? First, what you have to do is take the thread, and from the starting point of the curved object or wavy line, you place that thread, the starting end of the thread, and carefully place the thread as the object is curved. After you have placed it till the end of the measurement, what you do is very carefully hold those 2 ends, the starting end and the starting point and the ending point, the thread. Okay, hold the thread carefully and bring it near a ruler, okay, near a scale. And likewise, like previously how you have been measuring objects, straighten the thread and keep it coincide with the scale. Okay, and whatever measurement you get, whatever measurement you get by putting this thread coincide with the scale, that will be the measurement of the wavy line or curved object. You can see on the diagram how to measure curved line with the help of a thread. Measuring length, the units and measuring devices. Okay, you can see on your screen the units. The standard units are meter, kilometer, centimeter, and non-standard units are hands, arms, fingers, handspan. We have learned this, so this is a short summary of what we have learned. And measuring devices, there are 2 measuring devices, meter scale and measuring tape.